Under the lights at Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Welcome everybody to ESPN2's College Football Primetime, presented by GoDaddy.com on senior night here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. A pivotal game for both South Carolina and Arkansas.
82 yards. He has not had a kick return in 2 weeks because they choose to kick it to number 5.
And this time, Bob, they kick it towards Jones, who's able to field it all the way up at the 19-yard line. Somebody got their hat knocked off. Maybe symbolic of the way that the Knights going to go out to the 33-yard line. And hey, folks, Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones introducing the Razorback offense, presented by GoDaddy.com.
Razorbacks have the third best rushing offense in the nation. The reason, Heisman Trophy candidate Darren McFadden. Watch for the wild hog formation, in which he will run up and line up as quarterback. Real unique. The key to great rushing is the offensive line. I should know. I played guard for our 1964 championship squad. They'd have made it without me. In each of his 31 career starts, center Jonathan Louise have helped pave the way for 100-yard rushing efforts. Suey Pig.
Spurrier talked about that secondary. That's the strength of that South Carolina defense. Casey Dick going to pass, fires, and delivers a strike near midfield, and that's good enough for a first down. He found his tight end. As to the questioning health of Casey Dick, suffering a mild concussion last week, delivered a strike that time. This is Felix Jones trying to get to the edge, squares those shoulder pads and gets a first down at the 35-yard line.
And Mark, 17.5.
There's more than just a one-trick pony there in the backfield for Arkansas tonight. A little end around, Michael Smith on the carry, and Smith with a nice gain, close to the 20, pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
See what the matchup is tonight.
Bob, we get our first look at the Wild Hog offense as McFadden lines up as quarterback. No quarterback can lower his pads and his hat like that. First down, Razorbacks. Garner with a nice block up front for McFadden, and McFadden has just gone over 1,000 yards on the season.
He is healthy. Watch the end of this run, though. Watch right there when he drops those pads down and gets about 5 more yards. And this place is electric right now. But this guy right here for a
single back formation. 3rd and goal on the fade. Touchdown, Marcus Monk. Monk, one of those 17 seniors, playing his last home game here.
Well, Mark, and you're right. And Marcus Monk, who had 1 snap in the first 7 games, productivity at wide receiver.
2nd and 15 coming up. Corey Boyd on the draw, and he stopped up. Maybe lost the yard in the play back at the 33-yard line as we go back to Stan's from that area.
He's from New Orleans now. Pass protection, Mark. That's been the problem for South Carolina.
They get a little bit here, and then it collapses on Mitchell. Batted down to the line of scrimmage by Malcolm Shepard, a.k.a. The Wood. And he
took there, Mark. If you stay on your block just a little bit, they're going to run by people.
3rd and 4. They converted last time on 3rd down. Casey Dick converts again. Complete to Davey again. And Davey inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And ranks of this Arkansas team. This one from 50 yards out. This would be a long for him. His present long is 47. And he pushed that one on to the left. Blake Mitchell, quarterback. Corey Boyd is the deep back out of the eye. A little play fake and going up top. Caught and ruled complete at the 36-yard line by King.
I call timeout right here. The clock's going to wind down.
They got it off just barely, Bob, and Suckup makes it from 37 yards out. He made a clutch one last week with time Kentucky.
Yeah, Mark, he wasn't even in the top 10 last year at this time in the Heisman race.
And he fumbled it. He put it on the ground. That's been a bugaboo of his. It's still loose, and it's picked up by the Razorbacks. Miraculously, Peyton Hillis emerges out of the crowd with the ball. It's on the play right now back at the 40-yard line. Felix Jones in a tailback. Jones on the carry, cutting it back, and Jones on the loose. Jones on the move. Turbo time. Touchdown.
Mark Emmanuel Cook had a great hit on McFadden, but you're going to watch him right here. He is going to miss a tackle. And then Felix Jones shows the explosiveness in the open field.
Going against McFadden and playing with him every day in practice makes you work harder. Little out and up pattern, and had Cook open, and it was underthrown incomplete at the 45-yard line.
More and more difficult the farther you fall behind if you're South Carolina.
Bob Mitchell has missed 5 of his last 6 pass attempts under some heat and almost had it picked off at the 32-yard line into and out of.
And these two guys are 1 and 2 in the Southeastern Conference in rushing on the same team. I mean, I have respect for all the conferences around the country, but if you can line up and run the ball in this league, that's worth something now. That gives them a little asterisk on top of that chart.
Well, McFadden put the ball on the ground, a slight blemish on his potential Heisman resume a little bit earlier in the first quarter. On the end around, this is Jones, and Jones has some real estate ahead of him. Felix Jones telling everyone to look at his shoe bottoms. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Try to slow that defensive line down a little bit.
Yeah, Bob, especially Malcolm Shepard having a field day at the defensive end spot. This pass complete. And finally, a little bit of room for LaCorn. LaCorn has been hot of late. They've got to get all the way down to the 27-yard line for a first down. Mitchell given time this time, and almost intercepted by the safety that came over to make the play. Leandre.
6 on Nebraska's basketball team.
Let me hit Bill Self on my speed dial and ask him that. That's a good question. Davis, and a hit immediately back at the 23-yard line on Captain Munnerlyn.
Teams, because they will bring a lot of fans, so that could potentially rob some others of bowl opportunities around the country.
That would be an argument that goes on forever in college football. Nice run into the boundary. This is Mike Davis getting his first carry of the game.
Too much.
2nd down and 8. Seniors letting their play do the talking so far. LaCorn with an outstanding bit of concentration to make the catch, and a first down to the 31.
Last 4 games.
First down and 10. Davis breaks a tackle and another nice gain, and another first down to the 18-yard line. A missed tackle on the Corey Boyd in the backfield. He dots the I. First down and 10. And off to Boyd with nowhere to go. He's stopped up at the 20-yard line by Ernest.
Arkansas had a big lead similar to this in the first half and then let it slip away.
2nd down and 12 for Blake Mitchell. Looking into the end zone. Caught. And it's just shy of the end zone at the, 6 inches out. Maybe a foot out.
Now for South Carolina.
He's the hammer guy with some speed. 10th play of the drive. Mitchell keeps it himself. Leaving no doubt this time. Keep those hands up, Mr. Official. Hands don't fail you now.
Huge drive for 1. You see McKinley over there drinking that Gatorade. He's a guy that cramped up, as did several players last week in Knoxville. So keep that guy hydrated now.
Felix Jones has had a huge night already, and Felix Jones has been very elusive. A great kickoff return all the way out near midfield. As
Really heating up offensively.
He's one of the 17 seniors playing their final home game here. McFadden tripped up on the play, might have been able to get a few more yards.
Hands, great blocker, actually returned punts earlier in the season.
Here they are in the Wild Hog formation. Casey Dick, and wide open downfield. Oh, it's got 6 on it. Touchdown. Lucas Miller.
Phase to this. Watch Lucas Miller. I believe he's right here. He's going to kind of hide and run downfield, but you get the reverse action to Casey Dick, and he throws the football down the field. Another element right there.
Wow.
That's a great play design, isn't it?
What about that?
Underthrown a little bit if you're Michael Grant. He'll run by you.
Nice battle of speed on the side there, on the outside. And here's Corey Boyd, a combination of speed and speed. They only scored 6 points in that game. Mitchell sacked. Back at the 37-yard line by Ernest Mitchell.
He is a very laid back. He doesn't take himself too seriously. Very laid back personality, guys.
Yeah, great point, Stacey. As here he is again on the carry out of the Wild Hog offense. McFadden, he may not take himself seriously, but the defense better take him seriously out near the 40-yard line. A 25-yard pickup. Right.
The Redskins.
Well, they had a vote online here where the students at Arkansas could vote for Jones and McFadden's respective costumes, and they came up with Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble. I'll take any one of those guys in my backfield.
Right one off.
Here's Felix Jones. We told you about Felix Jones, right? Heisman Trophy. This is a team, Bob, and we talked about it several times, that can hit the home run out of the running game. They don't have to throw it up top. And here's what I'm talking about. McFadden brought down inside the 25, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. And a good, prolific first half for McFadden and Felix Jones out of the backfield. Steve Spoyd of the Gamecocks can make a little noise from the tailback position. Here he is on the first carry of the third quarter, and Boyd delivering a blow and picking up the first down. Hey, he's smiling. He just hasn't told his face yet. We go on 2nd and 10 for the Gamecocks. And open, and once again the freshman making the catch. LaCorn got another. Mitchell incomplete at the 15-yard line, into and out of the. He's already made one from 37 tonight. From the right hash, and he knocks it right down Main Street. Well, they do third down and long.
No question, Mark. To run the draw and then really settle for the
onside kick, Bob.
How about this guy?
And South Carolina recovers it. Steve Spurrier rolling the dice, and Emmanuel Cook, the defensive back, recovers it. The ball at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 10. New life once again for the Gamecocks. Boyd hung on to it, a juggling act. Corey Boyd stopped it on a dime. Didn't leave the Razorbacks any change, and gets a first down at the 32.
Maybe I should have tried to get some more points.
First down and 10 after the infraction. Mitchell wide open to Cook, and Cook can make it happen, and he does. Touchdown, South Carolina. Yeah, the Florida schools all said he was a little too short. Jones got the first down for the Razorbacks. And for more on Boyd, summation. That's McFadden back there. He gets the call. Darren McFadden weaving between the tackles, and a nice burst across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. It is unbelievable.
All you want to do is watch that football.
It's not sexy.
You don't want to watch anything else.
Out of the Wild Hog formation, McFadden keeps it, and it turns out to be a good decision. First down, Darren McFadden brought down at the 23. A 16-yard gallop by a high
guy has my vote as maybe the best player in the country.
Bob now closing in on Emmitt Smith, of all people, in terms of all-time rushers in the SEC. Looking to pass it. He's thrown 4 touchdowns. Up for grabs, and there's number 5. Johnson with the catch. There's a flag down on the play.
Well, you know what that's going to be.
Put it on the money for him, Bob.
Mark, you knew it was coming. We talked about the most versatile player in the country. He got so excited he took his eyes off the football, throws off his back foot. But how about Robert Johnson, who was the starting quarterback last year in the first game of USC? Goes up and makes a play. That's the Mark Rickroll. Everybody wants to celebrate now after a touchdown.
We're going to talk about that, too. Well, you know what? You can certainly understand the emotion that Johnson let loose with that quick, spontaneous, I'll say, spike of the ball. And by the way, Felix Jones has 146. Get down to the 12th
position, Mark, after that penalty.
I would call it that. And then some. Into Arkansas territory at the 35-yard line. Chris
at 6'5",
235 pounds. Mitchell given plenty of time into the end zone. This time, the catch made. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Wow. The freshman, Dion LaCorn, scores it.
them in practice, and he's against them in the game now.
Look at this, another onside kick attempt. This time the Razorbacks weren't sleeping on it. It's out of bounds, and it will be Razorback football on South Carolina's side of the field, and Ryan Suckup going to get a little SEC East, still with a chance mathematically to win the division, and McFadden takes the handoff, and a good move, and another one, so far untouched. Darren McFadden down to the 10. This is an offense that can detonate in any moment.
Mark, hold on to that Heisman if you're Matt Ryan, but watch this play. You're going to get a block by Hillis up the hole. They're going to fake a little misdirection, and then McFadden's going to lead. Watch the misdirection. Then he follows Hillis up into the hole, and then a little shake and bake right there on 32, Darian Stewart. That is tough to do. He can catch.
Under 3 minutes to go. Wild hog formation. Felix Jones, first round.
Oh, man.
You talk about it. Better ask somebody. Felix Jones with the score.
And he get a great block by Nate Garner, number 75. I don't know where they're coming from. But watch Big Garner right here. I mean, my man Felix isn't even in the screen yet, but he's going to come in late. Watch Garner.
They never got a hand on him.
Talk about staying on a block. Remember the point?
Right.
Grasp on the #1 spot. And Darren McFadden is still in it.
Boyd off the toss into the boundary. Called down right at the line of scrimmage, and he'd be sneaked for a touchdown earlier tonight. He hands it off to Davis, and Davis got the first down at the 38-yard line.
Football in the preseason.
Well, that talk ended about the middle of October. Mitchell given time, wide open to Davis. With a nice move in midfield, a couple of them, and still on his feet. Davis brought down finally inside the 5-yard line by Norton. 3-receiver formation for Mitchell. Complete to McKinley, and upended and planted at the 3-yard line by Rashad Johnson.
Mark, he went right
for the last 10 plays.
There's some confusion between Blake Mitchell and Corey Boyd. You have to think about 84, Jared Cook, the big, tall wide receiver.
There's Mitchell for Boyd, and he overshot him. Arkansas takes over on downs, and Boyd is hot. And it's Smith. 3rd down and coming up for the Arkansas Razorbacks. And a high snap, and the Wild Hog formation goes awry. And that's a safety for South Carolina. Plus, the Razorbacks have to give the ball up. So in one play, the team rules thought about transferring to Rutgers at the time, elected to stay. And right now, just a couple of hours short of graduating. And Mitchell sacked back at the 45-yard line by Freddie Fairchild. 67 yards. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Gamecocks. Mitchell complete to Cook. They get the J.O. this football, isn't it? 13th play of the drive. We'll see. LaCorn in motion. It's Boyd time. Touchdown time, Gamecocks. And the silence even more deafening now as South Carolina cuts guys, especially McFadden.
And running in this league, in this conference, Mark.
The give is once some more. McFadden.
See ya.
D-Mac.
Hold on, Matt Ryan.
D-Mac not looking back. Touchdown.
How about that Heisman, Mark Jones?
How do you like it?
Wide open again. Did that take how long?
It was an 80-yard run. I'll guess about 8 seconds.
Wow.
Somebody get him a plane ticket for New York City and the Downtown Athletic Club.
I'll tell you what, they had some angles on him, Mark, and he just flat ran away from everybody. And that's 6'2", 215 pounds.
A career-high run for Darren McFadden, Bob. 80 yards.
Let's just watch it. Right here, they have some angles on him.
They still haven't touched him at this point. And they won't. Wow. Untouched. Getting his flex on, and why not?
And how about the stamina? He's not even breathing hard now. And look at Corey Boyd watching it on the big screen.
He's just saying that ain't right. That is not a direct flight that goes from Northwest Arkansas Airport into New York City. And
well, he's in New York. It's just, does he win it or not? Here he is right here.
Well, if he completes passes, well, he can almost do everything. That one intercepted at the end zone. 7:43 to go. McKinley on the catch. Nowhere to go, though. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Stacy has more. He is an incredible athlete, Stacy. That pass incomplete. Up for grabs for a while and ruled in Carolina. Mitchell given time and barely got it away before being hit back at the 25. And it's 4th down for the Gamecocks. Mentioned McFadden in the wild hog formation. Keeps it himself. Saw another 80-yarder coming down the pipe that time, didn't you?
He's like he shot out of a cannon again on the little.
Actually, can still make a lot of good things happen. 500 total rush yards tonight.
Do you realize 500 yards rushing?
They have put on a clinic. Hillis going over the top for the first down, and back to Houston Nutt. Great coaching sidelines. Offense trying to get the ball and back on the field. McFadden, look at those feet, those shoulders. Couple of yards. Not on that play. Felix Jones now spelling McFadden, and Jones running hard on the docket. And with this link tonight, Felix Jones, McFadden, and the crew. Oh, don't sleep on D-Mac. Don't nap on him. Let's go back to Stan Verrett for a quick.
McFadden is on board now as well.
Yeah, you got to make a little room for number 5. He had it in overdrive tonight. He put a lot of hustle in his muscle tonight. McFadden, Jones. Hey, Casey Dick, not spectacular, but very efficient at the quarterbacking spot. And Steve Spurrier's team had high hopes coming in, but now leave with their 3rd consecutive loss. McFadden certainly right now near the epicenter of the Heisman conversation after a truly stellar performance tonight. He was indomitable. He was unstoppable when he got his hands on the ball.